Sometimes you walk into a spiritual space that talks about humility, but somehow feels competitive. No one says it directly, no one admits it, but you can feel it. Who has done more work? Who has healed deeper trauma? Who has the healthiest boundaries? Who is more aware? It's subtle, but that's why it's so powerful. In my last video, I talked about how healing can become part of your identity. And this is the social layer of that, because once growth becomes identity on a personal level, it can turn into status on a social level. The nuance is this doesn't start from bad intentions. Most people enter spiritual or therapy spaces because they want to grow. They want to understand themselves. They want healthier relationships. But humans are social creatures. The moment something becomes valuable in a group, it can become currency. In some spaces, money is currency, in others, success. In spiritual spaces, consciousness can become currency. And when something becomes currency, hierarchy follows. Little signals. You start noticing things like trauma comparison, one-upping in vulnerability, language correction instead of listening. Even boundaries can shift. Instead of, this is what feels healthy for me, it becomes proof of how evolved you are. And the tricky thing is, some of these behaviors are healthy in isolation. Boundaries are healthy. Self-awareness is healthy. Naming pattern is. The issue is not the tools, it's the social meaning attached to them. When awareness gives you status, you may start protecting your image as the aware one. And the protection can look like explaining every conflict as someone else being less conscious, avoiding feedback because you already did the work, feeling superior in discussions, and most of the time it doesn't feel like ego. It feels like clarity, life experience, and that's what makes it difficult. Social media amplifies this dynamic. Spiritual influencers, therapy TikTok, healing aesthetics. Vulnerability becomes content, insight becomes branding, and branding requires consistency. If your identity online is emotionally regulated, it becomes harder to show moments where you're not. So the performance slowly replaces the progress. Quick pause here. If you're interested in spirituality that looks at these layers instead of just repeating surface advice, you could subscribe. That's what the series is about. Back to the part that deserves more attention. Hierarchy in spiritual spaces doesn't always look aggressive. It can look calm, wise. But if you feel like you constantly have to prove how healed you are, that's pressure, and pressure creates performance. Real growth should reduce comparison, not change what you compare about. It should make you more open to disagreement, not more threatened by it. And I want to be honest, I've noticed small versions of this in myself too. Feeling validated when someone is telling me my readings are better than others. That's human, but maturity is catching it. Spiritual maturity is not about winning the awareness game. It's about not needing to win it. It's about staying curious. If something in you has felt uncomfortable in certain spiritual spaces, that discomfort might not be resistance to grow. It might be your intuition noticing a status game, and noticing that makes you more mature than performing awareness ever could. Thank you for sharing space with me. Take care. See you in the next one.